Elon Musk is not just a billionaire, he's a phenomenon. A man who simultaneously runs Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, The Boring Company, and X, formerly known as Twitter, while still finding time to read, think, tweet, innovate, and challenge the limits of possibility. But what exactly does a day in the life of Elon Musk look like? How does he manage his time so efficiently, accomplish so much, and remain mentally sharp through it all? In this video, we are going to dive deep into Elon Musk's jaw-dropping daily routine and discover what makes it not only unique, but almost superhuman. Get ready to be inspired, surprised, and perhaps even a little overwhelmed, because Elon's schedule is unlike anything you've ever seen before. Elon typically wakes up at around 7 a.m. That might seem normal, even modest, especially when compared to CEOs who claim to rise at 4 a.m. to gain a competitive edge. But for Musk, it's not about waking up the earliest, it's about what you do with the hours you have. He starts his day with intention and intensity. No drawn-out morning rituals, no lounging in bed. As soon as he's up, he's on. He jumps right into his day, often skipping breakfast altogether. On days when he does eat, it's quick and light, usually an omelet or something protein-packed to keep him fueled. He's not interested in leisurely meals. He's interested in momentum. One of the only constants in his morning is his shower. Not because he's obsessed with hygiene, but because Musk has said that some of his best ideas come to him in the shower. That's his version of meditation, a place where clarity and problem-solving collide. After the shower, Musk goes straight into what he calls critical work. For him, this means reviewing urgent emails, prioritizing engineering problems, and attacking the highest value issues head-on. He doesn't waste early morning brain power on low-impact tasks. This follows a famous productivity rule known as "eat that frog," which means doing your hardest or most important task first. Musk doesn't just eat the frog, he roasts it over a flamethrower. His brain is sharpest in the morning, and he leverages those early hours to solve complex problems that might leave others scratching their heads for days. Now, here's where it gets intense. Elon Musk schedules his day in 5-minute blocks. That's right, every minute is accounted for. This is not just some productivity gimmick. It's how he juggles multiple multi-billion-dollar companies. Musk believes that if you can compress tasks into focused blocks, you can drastically increase what you get done. Instead of long, meandering meetings, he pushes for short, high-impact discussions. Instead of multitasking, he practices deep focus on one thing at a time, just in rapid succession. For Musk, time is a finite resource that should never be wasted. That's why he structures his day down to the minute, allowing him to seamlessly shift from designing rockets to solving traffic problems in Los Angeles to refining Tesla's next big software update. But how does he physically and mentally maintain this level of output? Here's where things get even more fascinating. Elon Musk is a workhorse, often putting in 80 to 100 hours per week. However, he doesn't spread that time evenly across all his ventures. He time slices his week, depending on what needs the most attention. For example, Mondays and Fridays might be devoted to SpaceX, while Tuesdays and Wednesdays are reserved for Tesla. Thursdays could be a mix, and weekends are often fluid, depending on launch schedules, engineering deadlines, or emergency meetings. This rotational focus allows him to give intense attention to each company without being completely consumed by any one of them. His work style is famously hands-on. At Tesla, he doesn't just sit in meetings. He walks the factory floor, talks to engineers, and looks at prototypes himself. At SpaceX, he's deeply involved in the design of rockets, propulsion systems, and even software code. He once said that he spends over 80% of his time on engineering and design, because that S where he can contribute the most. That also means his meetings are brutally efficient. Musk has a strict rule. If you're not adding value in a meeting, leave. He discourages large groups, redundant discussions, and status updates that could be emailed instead. His meetings are short, focused, and often decision-driven. If a problem can be solved in 5 minutes, there's no reason to talk about it for 30. Food, for Elon Musk, is functional, not indulgent. He's admitted that if he could avoid eating altogether, he would. Most of his lunches are working meals, where he reviews designs or discusses strategy while quickly consuming food. He doesn't count calories or obsess over meal planning. It's about efficiency and nutrition. Dinner, however, is where he might finally slow down, just a little. If he's having dinner with friends, family, or business partners, he'll allow more time for conversation and relaxation. He's known to enjoy sushi, barbecue, and even fast food on occasion. But don't let that fool you. His diet is still relatively clean, especially when he's in focus mode, working long hours. Now, let S talk about exercise, because even a mind like Elon S needs a strong body to support it. Musk admits that exercise hasn't always been a priority, but in recent years, he's become more consistent. He typically works out 2 to 3 times a week, combining weightlifting with cardio. He understands the importance of physical fitness for energy, focus, and longevity. It's not about building a superhero body, it's about keeping up with a superhero schedule. He also practices intermittent fasting on some days, allowing his body more recovery time between meals and keeping insulin levels in check. He doesn't drink alcohol excessively and avoids smoking, though he's famously open about trying things like weed during podcast interviews. So, how does Elon Musk maintain his mental health amidst such an extreme lifestyle? The answer is, it's complicated. He's openly talked about periods of burnout, emotional stress, and even insomnia. But he's also said that he draws strength from his mission. For Musk, the work is more than business. It's a purpose. Colonizing Mars, revolutionizing energy, building a brain-computer interface, these aren't just ambitious goals, they're deeply personal. That sense of purpose is his anchor, and it fuels his resilience. Musk doesn't meditate in the traditional sense, but he's a deep thinker. He often reflects on physics problems, future technology, or existential threats during his downtime. This kind of mental meditation keeps his brain in shape, even when his body is exhausted. When it comes to sleep, Elon Musk has learned the hard way that sleep deprivation doesn't help anyone, not even a genius. In his earlier years, he would often sleep just a few hours a night, but now he aims for around 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep. He's found that this amount gives him the most mental clarity without wasting time. He avoids screens before bed when possible and tries to sleep in a dark, cool room. Still, with all his responsibilities, his sleep schedule can be unpredictable. But he prioritizes rest more now than ever before, knowing that burnout doesn't serve his companies or his health. Another fascinating element of Elon Musk's routine is how he protects his focus. He avoids phone calls unless absolutely necessary. He prefers email and text for communication, quick, asynchronous, and direct. His assistants Don T schedule long windows of free time because he believes idle time invites distraction. Instead, he chooses his moments of leisure carefully. A movie night with his kids, a short gaming session, or a stroll outside is all he needs to reset. He's also known for his incredible memory and ability to multitask mentally. He can hold several problems in his head at once, switching between them with remarkable speed. This allows him to engage in multiple disciplines, from aerospace engineering to AI ethics, without losing clarity. And finally, One of the most striking things about Elon Musk's routine is his constant push to improve. He's not satisfied with good enough. Every day is about iteration, experimentation, and getting closer to perfection. Whether it's streamlining a Tesla production line or redesigning a SpaceX engine, he applies the principle of continuous improvement, or Kaizen, to everything. That's what keeps him evolving, not just as a businessman, but as a thinker, a creator, and a leader. He asks hard questions, confronts harsh truths, and isn't afraid to tear down what he built yesterday if it means building something better tomorrow. In the end, Elon Musk's daily routine is not for everyone. It's intense, demanding, and often overwhelming. But it works for him because it's built around his strengths, his purpose, and his insane drive to change the world. You don't have to mimic his exact schedule to benefit from his habits. Instead, take the principles: time blocking, focusing on high-impact tasks, minimizing distractions, and aligning your day with your deepest mission. That's the real secret. And when you apply those ideas, even in small ways, you'll start seeing results in your own productivity, mindset, and life. Thanks for watching. If Elon Musk's routine inspired or shocked you, let us know in the comments below. Which part of his daily life did you find the most surprising or useful? Would you ever try a 5-minute time block schedule? Or could you survive on just coffee and problem solving? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the lifestyles, routines, and secrets of the world's most fascinating minds. Your support helps us bring you more high-quality content that's both entertaining and educational. Until next time, stay focused, stay curious, and never stop reaching higher.